Hi folks, welcome back. Just a few things. We're going to start on this guy here in a few minutes here. And what we need to do is take off the bark all the way around. As you can see, this is the first layer of this particular branch here, and it's really a very neat way of doing it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our knife, and I just want to explain this real quick to you. This wood, when I put it in the microwave, it is with the bark on, or you can do it after you're done carving. Either way, it's fine. I usually do it before I start carving it up, and to put them in that plastic bag that we talked about. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to you see how I'm taking off the first layer. One other thing is, these things are absolutely dry. Somebody asked commented and asked the question if these things are dry. Yes, they are dry. I don't use any green wood or wood just cut off, from a tree. There are ways you can do that. There are different methods that you can use to keep it from splitting. I am not really super familiar with trying those methods out. One was using linseed oil, dipping it in that when it's green, and then you can go ahead and carve it. The other was putting Elmer's glue on either end. I heard that from the people that made canes. I'm not sure if that really works or not, so you can experiment on your own. It can take up to a year for this stuff to really dry thoroughly, so I'm told, or canes anyway, anything that might be a little bit thicker. I always thought 3 to 4 months, but it might take longer than that for it to cure. You can see I'm just taking off the first layer of this, and see how nice and rich and brown it is. Now when you get to a spot that's a little funny, like I'm getting into right now, it's okay. You can just work around that a little bit. So this is the back side. I have that cut at a 45-degree angle, as you can see, on either side, and then usually I have that facing the back where I put the eye screw in, as you can see there. Okay. And there are no patterns for this yet. I had a couple requests for that, and what I might end up doing, and it might take me a few days, maybe a week or so to get it together, is to take the branch guy and the Santa that I did before and this eagle and put those three designs on a pattern for $1.50 later on. So I will keep you posted when I have that available. That way you can enlarge it if you need to by just taking it to a copying machine if you have a thicker piece of branch. This is all for about 1 inch, 3/4 to 1 inch wide, I guess, somewhere around there. So what we're going to do now is, now that we have that trimmed off, I did the same thing with the snowman. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to get to the white portion that you see here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to start somewhere, and I'm just going to start chipping away at this. So you can see we're just getting it in there a little bit. And you just want to take off everything so it's nice and white. Okay, you're going to do the whole thing that way. So make sure you have your glove on, because of it being rounded, it's a little harder to handle. If you're new to this, you just want to be careful. I have a couple of tips about doing, with the bandsaw. Be careful about the bandsaw and stuff, and how to put it in a microwave to cure it, or to at least make it bug free. I find these a lot of fun to do. I really do. So. Go this way, because it's got a little bit of a, it seems to go a little bit better from this direction. So the other thing I've also done is I seal them before I paint them with a sealer, with a clear sealer, after I'm done carving it before I end up putting the acrylic paints on. We'll see how far we get with this. I'll try to show you as much of the carving as I possibly can, but like I said, I don't have a pattern. I'm gonna put it on. When I'm done with this, I'll end up showing you how to put that pattern on. And really, you can make anything out of these sticks for ornaments. You know, you can put a name in it. You can do a number of things if you want. I always like doing eagles, and I enjoy doing them. So I should do something with some wings somewhere along the line, but I'll get to that sometime here. Okay, see how I'm taking a little short. I'm not taking big gobs off at one time, because you don't really want to make an accident here and strip off more of this brown stuff than you need. I sign the bottom of these before I sell them, so you know. And I try to make room for his head and all, and I'm going to go down a little deeper and see how far we have that. That's not far enough yet. A little bit wider maybe, and a little further up here. You want to kind of round them off so there's no points. You know, try to just take off those little, so it's nice, like an oval shape. Works good. It's neat when you paint them because it brings them to life a little bit more. You can also just clear coat them, or you know, do it like an antique stain on them. I do antique them after I'm done. I've done all those Santas that way, and all my ornaments that way so far. Alright, so we've got it pretty well down to where we're ready to do some drawing on here, so we'll be back for that next segment.